they could not get us out of there fast enough. They said I had to sign some paperwork, but I would sign it tomorrow at a meeting that they were going to have. The school counselor was just waiting there with us. Yeah, she's like a lot of people are just really stuck in their ways and strict about, school policies, and there's no room for children that are outside of the norm. So yeah, things aren't going as well as I had hoped, but we'll see. We'll come up with some ideas, and the principal was already talking about a plan B, like another option, like he didn't even want Jacob to come back. So I'm going to go to the meeting tomorrow and see what they say, and I'm going to see if I can bring Jacob's ABA therapist with me, see if she can come up with some ideas or something. I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of what his IEP evaluation says and what the plan was, so you can get a better idea as to what the plan was and what the plan will now be. I have a meeting with the school tomorrow, so I'll tell you guys all about that. His present level of developmental and functional performance is Jacob is able to copy designs, can identify letters and numbers, complete puzzles, and match items by color and shape. He has strong pre-academic skills. Why are you kicking me? He has strong pre-academic skills. Jacob has a difficult time with transitions between activities. He will often have a hard time being able to shift his attention from self-selected tasks and comply with adults' directed tasks. So they know this. It's one of his biggest challenges is transitioning. And what's the biggest transition for school? It's the first day of school. Going into kindergarten, it's a huge transition. And I've been trying really hard to prep him for that. Jacob is able to follow simple, concrete directions within established, practiced routines. When Jacob is dysregulated, his ability to follow directions is greatly impacted. Visual supports help Jacob understand the behavior expectations in the classroom. Again, it kind of goes over that if he's off, if he's having a bad autism day, which you have good days and then you have bad autism days. That's just what we call him. He's dysregulated. He's not atypical. He's dysregulated. He has a hard time focusing. It's really hard for him to regulate his emotions and his behaviors. It looks like from the outside that he's just a bad kid that wants to do what he wants, get what he wants. You can tell the difference between his dysregulation, bad days, and his, I want this, and you're not giving it to me, so I'm going to throw a fit. I thought what would be best for Jacob was to have a one-on-one aide with him at all times, at least to get him through the first initial steps of this change, because it's a big change for him and he's scared. He doesn't know these kids. It's something totally foreign to him. If you're in the same situation that I'm finding myself in, just bring up your concerns. Don't be afraid to be that nagging mom and call the school district and just try to make your concerns known. Get in touch with your disability caseworkers, see if they have any tips for you, and just keep being involved, and don't be afraid to ask questions or reach out to different resources, because there's a ton out there. This is kind of sad. I don't think they could have gotten us out of there fast enough. He was just like, okay, well, there's some paperwork that we have to sign, and there was incidents where we had to like touch your son, and we have rules against that, and so there's paperwork now for that, and your child bit a teacher, and so there's paperwork for that. And I apologized, of course, for him biting. He does not do that like at all. That's like him at his max limit. Yeah, so I'm glad that they called me. But these are strangers to my son. They don't know him, and I've been racked with anxiety and just making myself like almost sick to my stomach thinking about it and worrying about it. And it's one of those things where I just had to like let it go and just let this happen and unfold, because he's in a safe environment, and I know that they're not going to physically hurt him. But I hope this is a learning experience for the school as well, because I did try to tell him, like, you know, I really think he's gonna need like an assistant. Like, I asked him, I was like, can he get a one-on-one assistant? And they're like, no, I don't really do that. They wanted to try it this way first, so they tried it, and he lasted an hour and a half first day of school. So tomorrow we will go over a new plan and try to see if we can make this work. So thank you for watching, and if you have any suggestions, please leave me a comment below, and I wish you guys a happy school year. Bye.